going, everybody? It's August 8th. Oh my gosh. Where did the whole month go? I'm happy to be back home. San Diego Comic-Con was a blast. We had a very, very good time. It was a good trip. We had good flights. I mean, there's like no complaints. And got to see a lot of good people, got to see a lot of good fans, got to hang out with good friends. Everything is copacetic, but happy to be back home so that way we can continue catching up on all the artwork that we need to catch up on. That way we can finish our summer of catch-ups, which is what all of this good stuff here is for. And then at midnight, I did have some things around the studio that we can auction off for some fun at the end of the evening. I think that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be very cool. We do have, let me see here. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can actually share this. I don't know if I can share it or not. I actually should put the link up in the description. I'll put the link up in the description after the video. I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants tonight. Like that's anything new. But the Kickstarter for Nira X Savage Valley just broke 12,000. Thanks so much, everybody. We're growing something good. We're building something good, building something fun. But yeah, Nira X just passed 12,000 today. Thank you so much, everybody. Still got 12 days left to go. I'm hoping we had this goal of hitting 15. I don't know how close we'll get to it, but we shall see. We keep on getting better with every. I hear dings. Dings are going on in the background. I hear we keep on getting better with every campaign, which gives us more time to work on the books, which means better books, better stories, better coloring, better everything. So thank you so much, everybody, for that. So let me go back, put this window over here where it needs to be. Let me find out who's in the room with us tonight as we do our welcome home episode. Maurice, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. Says hello all and welcome back to Bill and Kat. Thank you, dude. Kat unfortunately isn't with me on the show tonight. She's resting. She's turning into a day person, which is awful. I mean, it's awful for me. She thinks it's great. I like to be more of a nighttime person. I work better at nighttime. I like doing all my domestic stuff during the day. And I like being creative and I like drawing and doing all of this at night. So her being a day person, I don't know how it's going to work out. Every once in a while, we'll drag her. We'll drag her over here so we'll keep her up late at night, hang out on the show with us. Christopher, what's up, dude? Says, hello there, Bill and Kat. Let's get savage. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy that the Nira X Kickstarter is going well. Tom is doing a really, really great job with the Kickstarter page, and he's got a nice little complex store. Lots of little options, lots of little things going on with that. So hope you check it all out and see what he's got going on. He's doing a great job with it. Paul, what's up, dude? Saying hello to everybody. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. Let's see. Murray says, I like that, Christopher. Oh, the Let's Get Savage. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Got to represent, man. You got to represent. Let's see how you guys been doing. Going through Nira withdrawal. I'm happy to hear it though, because the new book is going to be a lot of fun. This is really going to be a cool book. I don't want to say like too much, but we got some cool things happening with this story, and I think you'll like what's happening with some of the characters too. Kevin, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Says, I wonder if he's still dealing with jet lag or You know what? No con crud. Thank God. Holy crap, right? So I got extremely lucky. As far as I know, no con crud. Plenty of, well, you know what? I'm not even sure if I got jet lag either. I mean, I'm exhausted. Traveling is just exhausting. And doing San Diego Comic-Con more than any other show is exhausting. It's 5 or 6 days of just non-stop, you know? But it's the best. It's what I live for. So I am not complaining whatsoever. But it is 24 hours a day for like 5 or 6 days of just being on, just completely on. It takes a week or two to just come back down from the exhaustion, trying to recover. My body's not built like it used to be. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight, dude. It was good seeing you and Ken out in San Diego. We saw so many people in San Diego this time. It was really, really great. Let's see. Mo says, what's up to Kevin? Very cool. Let's see. No near withdrawal here. I have a lot to look at already. Excellent. Kevin says, the sky is up. What's up? Let's see. I recognize that art. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We're going to be a little. We're going to keep on our catch-up tour, as it were. Now, I do have a video that we have to edit together still for. We had 2 huge unboxings at San Diego. One was for Kevin. One was for Ken. We got to hang out. It was so good. It was so good to actually hang out in person and not just see each other on the internet. So it was awesome. And the unboxing videos, I think, will be fun. You get to see a whole bunch of art. Let's see. Mo says, so do I. My Irish Nira. That's right. That's right. Yeah, man. We gotta get these things. Gotta get these things finished. We're building legacy here. Let's see. Kevin says, banana art. That's going back a ways. The banana is going back a ways. This is very true. This is from the banana high art era. Ken says, evening gents from Argentina. Oh, that's cool, dude. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight, dude. From Argentina. Holy smokes. Making the world a smaller place. I mean, it feels small when we're talking to each other on the internet. It feels big when you have to get on a plane to physically go to places. Hope you guys are having a good trip. Being safe down there. Excellent, excellent. Marie says, hey to Ken, how is it down there? Kevin is asking, how's the party life down there? What with 5 ladies around you? Kevin says, I heard one ringy dingy. Uh-oh. Hearing some stories. Marie says, I'm curious about Kat's cover. Me as well. She's almost done with it. I did see the inks. They look really, really cool. It's a very dynamic cover. It's very cool. I think you guys are really going to like it. She's coloring it, not tonight, but she's coloring it tomorrow morning before I wake up. Little Miss Day person over here. So I'm hoping that Tom will be able to post it up on the campaign page tomorrow night. If not, the next day at the latest. So she's going to have that cover done tomorrow, so that way we can all take a good look at it. Ken is sharing the Near X Savage Valley Kickstarter link. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate that. I forgot to put it in the description of the video, so I'm glad you put it into the chat. Makes it a little easier for people to find it. We just broke 12K today, so I'm super happy about that. I haven't been able to get on. Granted, I'm just getting myself situated from coming back from San Diego, so I was hoping to get on a few live streams so we could promote. There we go. I'll switch these around before we start inking, since we're still catching up on the chat. We got a piece that belongs to Courtney. We got a piece here that belongs to Kevin. Yeah, man. It's like we got a couple different pieces. We'll put some ink on all of this tonight. Get it one step closer. Get it one step closer to being finished. Let's see. Kevin says, Cat is turning into a daywalker. I know Wesley Snipes has got competition. 2 ring-a-dingy. Let's see. Ken says, so far pretty good. I can't connotation. And half of the restaurants down here are beer, pizza, barbecue, and empanadas. You're suffering so. Christopher says, what's up to Ken? Very cool. Complain. Thank you. And I see my brain's just short-circuited. I can't complain when half of the restaurants down here are beer, pizza, and barbecue and empanadas. Yes. Alex VRB, what's up, dude? I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Says, yo, Bill. Yo, right back. I'm glad you're with us tonight. That's awesome, dude. Dude, I'm exhausted from San Diego. San Diego is like, I feel like I walked back from San Diego. That's how tired I was when we finally got home. But it was a great show. Glad you guys are all hanging out with us tonight. That's so cool. Paul is saying, going well, that's an understatement. It's amazing to watch blow past those goals on Kickstarter. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'm glad to see that the project going well. Like, everybody's excited. It's like, there's a big excuse for us all do something fun together and build something fun together. So this makes me super happy, man. It's what I live for. Kevin says, let's get savage. Is that a riff on let's get dangerous? Some person in the house. What's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Maurice saying hello back. Paul says, looks like a lot of people in San Diego found out about Nero because the Kickstarter exploded. Yeah, we're super happy. It's like I think the show floor in San Diego cycles through about 100 or 150,000 people every single day. That's not even like 150,000 for the whole show. That's 150,000 people a day. It's so many people. It was great there. Everybody was like super cool. It was a great show. Kevin says, connotation. Connotation complaints, I see. Yeah. I'm glad he put complaints, so that way I wouldn't get confused. Hey, diddy. Let's see, Ken says, it was awesome seeing you again in San Diego after all these years. I know, man. The last time that we were all together in San Diego, it had to be the 90s, right? I mean, this is like back towards the beginning. So this was awesome. I'm already looking forward to next year. And we've already got like some plans that we want to put into place for next year. So I am excited. Already getting things. Got to get things moving like way ahead of time for any of these things. So it's pretty crazy. Kevin says, and it was a joy to finally meet you. I do hope it wasn't too weird. It was just right, man. We know each other. We know each other already. It's good. It's good. And it was cool hanging out at that restaurant too. And all the years that I lived in San Diego, I never actually went to the Top Gun barbecue joint. I thought that was a lot of fun. And we got to hang out and like basically keep it in downtown. So that was important to me. Stay inside the Comic-Con vibe, Let's see, some person says Kat went to an undisclosed location to work. She'll be back by Halloween. She is a busy body, She does have her undisclosed location. She does like to take her iPad around the house in the different spots. She likes being mobile. Let's see, Kevin says, I think these marvelous redheads have too much on. Yes. Yeah, I think by the time I'm done inking these, it'll be much less costume happening. I do enjoy battle damage. Let's see, Maurice says, and of course, I know you enjoy the battle damage as well. So, Maurice says, that's Spider Lady's piece still looks awesome. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to get all of these pieces finished. And then on top of that, I have to start. I got to start getting busy with coloring these pieces so that way we can put them up on the Patreon page. That's gonna be the super fun, and then everybody can download the high-res files off of the Patreon page. Let's see. Ken says Courtney loves meeting you as well. Oh, it's so cool, dude. Courtney, what's up? Courtney saying hello. I say hello right back. Yeah, it was so awesome hanging out with you guys. I had so much fun. I'm really, really hoping that we can all get together again next year and do it all over again. I think it'll be fun. You guys are awesome. We're all cool, like-minded people, so it's like it was the best. It was the best. Made me very happy. Let's see. Kevin says, well, it's a mix of spiders, ex-women. Think redheads in black. Jean Grey, MJ Watson, Parker. Cosplaying as Black Cat, Madeline Pryor, and Julia Carpenter. Yes. Maurice saying hello, very cool. Let's see, redheads are a good thing. Yes, they are. Ken says, considering all the people involved in our group that met up, it was surprisingly not weird. Yeah, it was super cool. It was very cool. Kevin says a good thing, only a good thing. No, it's the best of things. Maurice is saying start working on Kev's Post-its collection again. Yeah, definitely. Got to start building it back up again for next year. Technically, I already have a start for next year since I couldn't finish inking every single piece in the drawer. It's kind of a cheat, but that's just the way it's going to work out for next year. So we're going to start building up the drawer again. She is a great hugger. Some person saying hello. Very, very cool. All right, well, let me grab some pens. Let's see. I caught up a little bit with you guys in the chat. So I always like to read everybody's comments in the chat because that's half of the whole reason that we're here doing the draw stream every week is so that we can hang out. We can say hi. So I do have that little handful of pieces that we're going to work on tonight. So let's see. Hey, you know what? I caught up with the chat like pretty fast. It's only 18 minutes past 10. So we're actually getting into the drawing portion of this fairly quickly. Look at us. Look at us, man. And then at midnight, I do have some pieces here in the studio that I will auction off. Let me put the camera here real quick. I've got this cool, sexy Tomb Raider piece. I have this Supergirl piece. Let me see what else I got here. I'll show you just these three, and I might throw in some extras just to kind of spice it up. So I got a Tomb Raider, I've got a Jean Grey as Spider-Girl, and I got this here Supergirl that has a kind of a Tina Turner hair thing going on. I think she's got a lot of extra mousse going on. Could be a lot of wind. But those will be the auction pieces for tonight. That'll be at midnight. So let's start working on some of our artwork at the moment. Let me see. Let me grab a brush pen here. There we go. This one is actually fairly close to being done. This might actually get finished tonight. Do you think we'll actually get one finished tonight? I think that would be dope. That way I can do the confetti thing. I want to do the confetti thing. Let's see me catch up with you guys real quick before I start putting down them lines. Kevin says, well, 18 Post-its are a good start. Ken says, I thought there were 42. There were 42. And I think, you know what, Kevin mentioned something to me that there might have been a couple extras. So there might have been actually more than 42 Post-its because there was some stuck in his pocket. He had them in his vest, in his tactical camera equipment vest pocket. Kevin says, can I spray Harley with some cold water? Yes. Actually, we might do that. Not spray her with water, but we'll give her the little implication. Just a nice little subtle touch. There we go. Our two first little touches of the evening. Some person says, you could assembly line this, draw all the feet, then all the legs. Yeah, we could. That would be hilarious, dude. Just like poof, kneecaps, poof, kneecaps, poof, kneecaps. That would be hilarious. Kevin says 18 to start next year with. That's right. There's got to be at least 18 in that drawer of yours right now. Mo says, nah, just pull out the ice cube tray. Kevin says 42 what was stuck to my vest. I found many more in my hotel room. Just falling off of the art. Paul says timely on the Spider Woman art. Oh, that is timely. It is timely. You know what? I still haven't seen the movie yet. We started looking to buy some tickets. I was looking today. We're thinking, okay, well, we'll see it over the weekend. It'll be fine. All the theaters here are full, dude. They're all full. Like every single showing, it's full. Which is a good thing. I mean, good for Spider-Man. So it's going to take me a couple extra minutes to. Maybe I'll see it sometime during the week. Ken says, "Oh, why was your hotel room sticky?" Courtney says, Kevin, making it rain with Post-its. Club style, making it rain. Kevin says in the colored art, she may be wearing a much more sheer top thanks to the hose. This is true. This is true. This could be a possibility. Yeah, when we do the colored art too, it's like we like to. I like to do, if there's a safe for work version of things, then we do like to modify it a little bit so that way we have a not safe for work version to put onto the Patreon page. Whew. I had to stop talking for a second. I was holding still so I could keep that line steady. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Gotta draw these kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? Excellent. Especially when I'm using the ink brush. I want to make sure I keep my lines steady, you know what I'm saying? There we go. We're gonna have a little shadow underneath her here. We'll give this one a few minutes. Maybe we might get pretty close to finishing this one. And then also, let's see, on the Nira X Savage Valley Kickstarter, we are going to make some original art available fairly soon on the Kickstarter page too. That's something to keep your eyes open for if you're interested in collecting some of the original art, some of the original pages from the book. I put some of the lines up here so that way it gives me a second for some of these lines down here to dry off. Coming together, coming together. There we go. All right, doing good. Let's see. Hey, focus. 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 There you go. No? Not going to focus? There you go. Now you're focusing. Let's see. Kevin says, let's see. Making it rain is fun. I wish I could make it rain here right now. 96 degrees, 68% humidity. Really brought out the humidities. You got me with that one. Yeah, for it to be humid out there is that's saying something, dude. It's definitely super hot and humid over here. It's like I get that predator, everybody's sweating outside heat going on over here. I don't like it, governor. Ken says, wow, definitely hotter than enemies we were there. Thank you. My goodness, you have to correct. You're typing fast. That's all it is. than when we were there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely hotter now than it was. My autocorrect does the same thing. I'm glad I'm not typing on my phone. It'd be all over the place. Kevin says, let's see, Ken, if you got as sweaty as I did, things would get sticky. Whistles innocently as he walks away. I said, yeah, the heat has been 96 day after day. Wow, dude. Hot enough that the boss told me to go home today, but then the asphalt was reaching 160. Holy smokes. I mean, we're laughing about it now, but it's like it's not funny when you're in the middle of it. I'll tell you that. It's not cool. Yeah, hopefully fall comes soon. Like I don't want time to go by any faster than it needs to. But this heat is crazy, man. Let me grab that brush again. I want to do the holding lines come up a little. Like I like the little chunky look to the holding lines when I do it with the brush. That right here. Give it a nice little chunky sneaker. Getting closer. Actually, you know what? Probably fill this in real quick. Let's see. Paul says the better months are coming. The better months. Yeah, I can't wait for fall right now. Like I like fall coming because I don't mind like insects going away. It's like you guys just go to sleep. Like I don't need to have mosquitoes at dusk every day. But some cooler weather would be nice. You know, I could layer up a little bit. It would be cool. I could wear some of my little cool jackets again. Let's see. Courtney says we're in South America, so it's winter here. Oh my gosh, you're in a different hemisphere. It's amazing. He says, "Please, Paul, I don't want to hear about the burr months. I want the warmth of any day that ends with Y." Well, I imagine it does. It gets colder way more often up there, right? Am I right? Am I right? You're a couple latitudes higher than everybody else right now. I see. Paul says maybe it's her bad girl, good girl style, but Bill, you really can draw a hot Harley. Oh, thanks, dude. I've been practicing since grade school. These are the kind of characters I like. I appreciate the compliment, dude. I don't do this 12 hours a day to not be grateful for a compliment. I love these markers. These are the best. All right, look at that. We're getting closer. Let's see here. Kevin says, winter. Titty bit nibbly. Ken says, yeah, to Paul, but in Florida, September and most of October is so hot as balls. Kevin says, the burr months. don't bring on awful weather for Bill Mossard to deal with. I wouldn't mind slightly cooler weather. It's like, San Diego typically, I always remember San Diego for the fact that it's, 75 in the afternoon. And in the wintertime, it's like, it gets in like the 60s at night, just the breeze, But this extra heat, I don't know, man. I'm over here melting. Paul says, but the stores have to go more Halloween crap. That's all I care about. I need more Halloween crap at my store. Oh, that's one of the things that I bought recently for the studio. I gotta show you guys. I bought this cool ass lamp. Yeah, it was like a Michael's art store because they got Halloween stuff in there now. So I dry brushed some white on the skull, make it look a little bit more creepy. But I like the. I don't know if it comes out on camera. Let me see if it does or not. Ooh, haunted. I love this thing. I keep it in the background all the time. I'm assuming I'm going to kill so many batteries making this thing run all the time. Let's see, Kevin says, Halloween in August. Well, they were celebrating Christmas in July. The world is getting weird. Actually, you know what? I'm having a hard time. I'm going to tell you what I'm having a hard time with. Home Depot. I'm having a hard time with Home Depot right now. You know why? Because a lot of people are getting that R2-D2 Christmas animatronic thing, which is an almost full size. It's not quite a full size R2-D2 droid, but it is pretty big. It's pretty close to being a one-to-one of an R2-D2 droid, of an R2 unit, of an astromech droid. And last year, they had it for Christmas. It's an animatronic. It's supposed to be a Christmas decoration. And it is a cheaply made decoration. But at a glance, it looks like a high-quality R2-D2 droid. And it's almost full size. So I wanted to get one because it's like $300. And they won't stock the stores here so that I can get one. And I see other people on the internet, and they're all getting one. And I need one for my studio. Because I just need him to sit in the corner. I just need him to light up and sit in the corner. Need that little bit of inspiration. So we'll see if they bring it to Virginia this time. They didn't do it. They didn't do it last year, and I don't see them doing it again this year. But we'll see what happens. They got whole Facebook group pages dedicated to this darn thing. There we go. Got her sneaker. Doing pretty good on time, considering that we're actually getting close to finishing this one. All right, let me see. Let me put some lines on this, and I think we're getting pretty close to doing this. There we go. There, put some lines around this here heart, and I'll go back to the chat. I don't want to fall behind on the chat. Here we go. Actually, let me catch up on the chat before we finish up. I'm starting to fall behind a little bit. Let me see. Let me see what we got. Let me see what I've got. Let's see. Ken says, agreed. Halloween is the best. One of Kat's favorites also, I will say. Paul says, I was buying Halloween stuff at the Gabe's in June. Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm on the 12-month plan for Halloween. That's awesome. Argo Comics. What's up, Dan? I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome, dude. Let's see. Monster marker and excellent art. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome, dude. Hope everything's good with you. Down there in the land of Florida as well. Let's see. Kevin says, let's see. The one time of the year when one can make any outfit a slutty version, and it's just accepted. Let's see. Maurice says, figuring out Fahrenheit temperatures from the Celsius, it would be about 5. It would be about 5 to 23 degrees Fahrenheit, and cold snaps can be about negative 22. Whoa! And that's not including the wind chill. Oh, yeah, you get plenty. You get enough cold. You deserve some warmth. I'll say, if I could package some of the heat from here and I'd send it to you, I would send it to you. That is some serious cold. You get like real cold. That's some Empire Strikes Back cold right there. That's some AT-ATs out in the distance. Kevin says, I like the years when we have 2 falls, a spring, and a summer. Some person says, nice lamp. Yeah, it doesn't really light up anything, but it is fun. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, I really like the lamp because it swirls the liquid inside the thing, too. So it's like looks all creepy, like it's part of my lab. Maurice is saying that's a cool lamp, too. Very cool, dude. Thanks, man. Yeah, I couldn't say no to this thing, dude. It was on sale, too. I forgot how much we got it for. They were having a sale already. Kevin says, Bill, holding anything with liquid in it over art always makes me wince. You know what? That's fair point. Fair point. I'll be careful. I'll be careful. Ken says, I love lamp. Paul says, I can't afford Michael's stuff until sales, but been lots of window shopping there. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always wait for the sales too, dude. Yeah, for sure. Because they will go on sale. It does go on sale at Michael's eventually. So you gotta wait for the sales. Kevin says, when are we going to have a C3PO from Home Depot? Yeah, I'm good. I'd be good just having that R2D2. I want to take a hacksaw to it and modify it. I want to do some things to it. So we'll see. We'll see if I get one or not. It's not the end of the world if I don't. You know, the worst comes to worst, and this is such a first world problem, right? The worst comes to worst, maybe I'll join one of those droid building clubs and just build a full-size R2D2 unit. But I can't do that until I get all caught up. And I am positive I am much better at drawing than I am at building astromechs. So I just need to buy one that's already made. That's just the way that's going to go. So close. It's a couple more petals. Couple little leaves. Little drop shadow, little thing. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Is this us finishing a piece? I think it is. And this one is our friend Chris Dehan's, right? Yeah, this is Chris Dehan's piece. Awesome, awesome. Put the year on there. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. Look at it. Look at it. We finished something. All right. All right. Well, in true fashion, let us celebrate that we have finished some artwork. Yes, indeed. Oh, nice. I like the little, yeah, we'll give it some lasers, give it some fireworks. Oh, no fireworks. Fine, more confetti. We'll give it more confetti. Super, super cool. All right, we're going to set this off to the side. We'll thank Chris Dehan when we see him next. He pops up on the show. Oh, you know what? I got a sample of, on the campaign page, we got these Nera X fans. It's actually huge. Got the Dino. I got Nero over here hiding. Let's see what's on the back. Just the logo. Yeah, Kat was using this the whole weekend that we were there. For those of you that are dying from the heat, you can add this to your... I feel like Katana. All right, cool. So we got Chris's piece done. Let me set it down here, keep it safe. And this is Courtney's piece, right? Yeah, this is Courtney's piece. So we could start working on this one a little bit. While we talk and converse. Oh, I lost my spot. No! Hey, you did ask me this already. Let's see. Paul says, should have made the R2-D2 droid as a stretch goal. I know, right? Kevin says, they give us that 12-foot, 4 meters for you strange people. Skeleton. Yeah, I do like the gigantic skeleton. Dan says, it's smaller, so it's R1-D1. It's like the little brother astromech of R2-D2. Kevin says, I have a solution for your R2-D2 issue. Any mailboxes you could acquire? I could send out my mailbox to people. Well, I mean, they're shipping. Yeah, that's the thing. They're shipping into different states, and you never know. It's like it's too much to ask for, to ask somebody to keep their eyes out for a Home Depot R2-D2, because you'd have to be out there hunting every day. It's a bit much, so I'll take my chances. That's a big inconvenience. I would like to have one, though. I'm just saying. All right, we got Courtney's Nera X piece right here. I'm trying to remember. This is probably like a 4th of July kind of piece, right? I mean, with the sparklers, because we actually did some specific art for Happy New Year's. So this could very well be like a 4th of July kind of thing going on here. All right, let me see. Let me catch up with you guys a little bit. Let's see. Maurice says, "Who you calling strange?" Kevin. Some person says, Bill will make a journey to the factory. I halfway considered it. I mean, they are very cheaply made. I've seen some of the damage that other people have on theirs, and it's the thinnest shell of a thing. I mean, if it's not broken, it does look cool. I mean, it's like, but it's not worth driving across state lines for. But it would be cool to have. Night Phoenix, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome. Nate says that would be a great Batman cover. Oh, thanks, dude. You talk about the Harley? I would love to see. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if one of these ended up being? But for us, it's like we can imagine. We can imagine. It'd be nice. It's satisfying. Let's see. Kevin says, "Roll 1, dialogue 1." It doesn't flow the same as Roll 2 Dialogue 2. That's where it comes from. Yeah, I remember. Actually, didn't remember that until you said it. But I remember hearing about that at some point. That's where some of those droid names came from. Little things around the studio, little things that they already know about. It's cool. I like it when it comes like organically from something that's already a thing, you know. Kevin says, "I'm calling the good doctor." Strange. Some person says the Halloween decorations are already out at Dollar General. They're treating it with the same respect as Christmas now. You know, it's awfully early. It's awfully early. I mean, like, you know, if it was for Christmas for the following year. But they should. We love Halloween, dude. They know what we spend our money on. They know we love that stuff. Kevin says, what happened to Thanksgiving? Oh, they can't make as much money off of it. Yeah, especially now with it, like, you know, Thanksgiving is kind of a sensitive topic now, I guess. I just want to be able to take food from people's houses. If I can go to somebody's house and grab some free food, that'd be good. That's what Thanksgiving is for. Then I'm thankful that I have free food. Let's see. Some person says, I mean, the lamp looks like a bong. Oh my God, it does. Haunted bong. Alex says, protocol droids are the worst. I know, they got attitude, right? Am I right? Kevin says, I just want the leg lamp, maybe with a Nira X type of flowing material within. That would be kind of cool. Or we can have like a leg lamp with like the way we draw Alura's boots, because she has those monster heels. Gene Simmons would be proud of her heels. She has some big heels. Nira X is wearing this here tight shirt. I think all of her shirts are tight. I think it's in her contract. Sci-fi requirements. There you go. Just want to put the little bow on here where she tied her shirt up here. All right, doing pretty good. Let's see here. Maury says having R2 from the sail barge with the serving tray would be a cool end table. That would be a cool end table. Hell yeah. I'll be putting my drinks on there. Open up his back as like a little refrigerator. Keep all my drinks. Some person says you just need to have a full-sized Nira statues made. They'll be sold out. Don't think we haven't been talking to some people. We've been putting out some feelers, seeing what some of the possibilities are for some type of figures. Let's see. Kevin says, some bullfighter music would be more appropriate with how Batman looks with the rose in his mouth. All right. Let's see. I remember the fan at the San Diego Comic-Con. Tom was really making good use of it. As that is Nira, not Malka, I wonder if she maybe should have a TSOTG around her ankle cuff. That might be a kind of a cool idea. We'll see. If Courtney agrees to the TSOTG ankle cuff, we can add that in. We could put a small little monogram on the ankle. I like the high heel shoes like that with that. I like drawing them like that. Some person says, I would like to have one. Just saying. Bill hinting to the chat. Yeah, Home Depot R2D2 is out of stock. Yeah, I keep on looking too. And it's I know it's in vain, but I keep on looking. It'll keep on saying out of stock until next year. This is one of those things. It only makes you want it more because like it's hard to get. And I'm just like, you sons of bitches. Kevin is saying maybe a Chewie. Oh, the Home Depot. Let's see the Star Wars. No, I don't want a Chewie. I don't want a Chewbacca. He just no. I actually don't. I don't like any of the other Star Wars things that they've got. They're okay. The Chewbacca just looks like it literally looks like a stand-up rug. Some person says Thanksgiving is a time to try new recipes and eat a lot of them. Alex says, let's see, wait, Thanksgiving is a sensitive subject. Yeesh. I'm glad to stay out of touch with most of the world. Yeah, you know what? It's upsetting. It's upsetting how sensitive some people out there in the wild are about absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's you stay here where it's safe, man. You stay over here with the cool people. We can talk about stuff here. It's fine. Ken says, not a bad idea to Kevin. Yep. Let's see. It's only sensitive when the odd uncle comes over, gets drunk, and starts talking weird shit. Agreed. Just trying to help you get your mark on more Cyber Angels. To Ken. Very good. Alex says, nephew, is that you? No! You cannot borrow any money. Some person says, Bill, you could look around for fan-made R2D2s. You know, I was looking around. You know how like the 501st they do like all of their cosplay, all of their Stormtrooper, Rebel stuff. It's really cool. So there's another group. I don't know the name of the group, but there's a couple, and they do nothing but build droids, and they come out like legit. So I'm just like, you know what? You know, piece by piece, I'll take the 10 years, build it one bolt at a time, and I'll have a full size R2. Or I can just save up money and just get one of these guys to build me one. I need time to draw. Alex says, I'll give it back in noogies. Let's see. Some person says they're not. They're people that do commissions on lightsabers. They could do that with other things. That's true. Yeah, no. There's people that do this sort of stuff. So I may start looking around, seeking some people out. If I can find a local person, that would be pretty convenient, right? Kevin says, why am I picturing R2D2 with a slave Leia costume on? Knowing me, you know me too well, man. You know me too well. Let's see, if you give me noogies, Alex, I will send your aunt over to kiss you with those old lips. My gosh. Oh, thank you for the link. I will check that out later. Not the ant. Let's see. An R2D2 could be a tax write-off. It's necessary for your business to inspire you. Reference too, so fully connected. Oh yeah, absolutely. That part of the business I'm very familiar with. I think I write off the air I breathe at this point. Everything I do, it seems like, is for the business, which is good. There we go. Just want to give near a little tummy here. Give her a little hip. We'll work on this one for, let me see, it's going to be 11. We got a couple other pieces, so we'll probably like give each piece from this part of the evening on, we'll probably give each piece like 10 or 15 minutes, something like that. So that way we can put down some lines, make a little bit of progress. There we go. I put like a ton of wrinkles in the shirt where it's just like pulling so tight. Here we go. I'll give you maybe a little close up. It's like it's just pulling so tight. It's hanging on for dear life. I love it. I see Kevin says, or you could build a mini droid at Disneyland. Yeah, you know, I've seen those. I do want to do the Disneyland thing. I just want to hang out and take a ton of pictures of that full-size Millennium Falcon that's parked out there. But I don't know, the little mini droids, the little lightsaber building thing. It's like it's not quite what I want. I've seen a couple of places online where like the lightsabers that they build are like pretty legit, pretty sweet. The ones at Disney are they're a little bit more for kids, a little bit, or just not the design that I want. Maybe that's just all it is. So it looks like really cool, like the actual thing of going in there and everybody doing the thing all at the same time. It looks like it'd be pretty fun to like do it. I think it'd be fun to do with people that you like hanging out with. Ken says, I built a saber at Disney. Love it. Oh, cool. Well, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Yeah, I think if I was there with some people that I like hanging out with, I think it would be a lot of fun. But I do want to buy like an extra fancy one at some point. Some person says, so did your pencil sharpener fly back? Yes, I have my pencil sharpener. Yes. I was scared. I got all my art supplies underneath the plane, and I'm just like, please don't lose my bag. Please don't lose my bag. Let's see, I wonder how many pencils are tax write-offs each year. So many. So many. Ken says, Courtney digs the TSOTG ankle cuff. Excellent. Then we shall make it so. I'm going to give myself a note. So that way... There we go. Give myself a little note here so that way it does not get forgotten. That is good, good, good. Kevin says, I'm glad to hear it. Kevin says those nipples. Nira really needs to sport jewelry more often. You noticed that? She is sporting some jewelry today. You know, there is a way for fans to control actions of the Falcon. It's hard to find part of the Disney app. Oh, really? So you can control it from your phone. You can hang out outside. They've got some things, got some little buttons you can hit on your phone. That'll make it fun. That'll make it cool. Mo says, I have a red saber from Ultra Saber, not Disney though. I think those Ultra Sabers are sweet though. Yeah, I like that you got a cool saber from them. That's cool. Alright, let me see here. Let me put a couple of bigger lines in here. Need some nice little holding lines here and there. Mira's like, where's my holding lines? Tell you a thing or two. I was holding my breath. I was just like, I don't want to mess up this line. Good, good, good. Let's see. Just changing that little generic background music that they have. I will take the time to find some different music to put up there. Something that the copyright people won't tag. I always hate that. Yay, got her skirt. Got her skirt doing its thing. Excellent. All right, let me see. Let me catch up with you guys a little bit. Oh, good. I'm caught up. Excellent. Well, let's keep on working on this here leg, then. She's got legs. She knows how to use them. Thank you, ZZ Top, for your contribution to society. There we go. Take it this way. Working our way down to that ankle bracelet, ankle strap, I should say. It is part of the shoe. At least that's what Nira said when she bought it. I don't know what it is. Something always really cool about drawing the heel. Maybe I just like girls. I don't know what it is. I actually didn't think we'd make it down to her heel. Didn't think we were going to make it this far into the drawing. So I'm happy to see that. Nira's out here representing TSOTG, yo. There's one mosquito. Are you serious? How is there one mosquito up here? Yeah, there we go. She's taking shape, yo. Let's see. Kevin says places a mirror behind Mira and somewhat low to show off from both sides. You're all welcome. Maurice says that's a cool idea. I know, right? That does sound like a good idea. Won't say anything about using the mirror to find out if she's one for the full bottom panty or more of a thong style, more of a Street Fighter style. Maurice, only Bill can answer that question. Only the art knows. I'm just the messenger. I only put it on paper. As Kevin says, I wonder when Ken got into the footwear industry. Would you prefer there to be 2 or more mosquitoes? I hate that there's any mosquitoes at all. Right now, there's 1, and it flew off. Hopefully, it's leaving me alone for the moment. I don't need it. I don't need it to be interrupting my day. I don't need no sticking mosquitoes. Every once in a while, I think I see it. It just bothers the hell out of me. Oh, you know what? Can't leave out the... we actually made a big deal about her little belly button ring. So I can't leave that out. There we go. Just little details on her skirt here. Nice. Mighty Geek, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. So how was San Diego? San Diego was fantastic, dude. Crazy. It is a level of circus that is in its own class. So thank you for asking, Keith. I'm barely recovering. That's how crazy it is. And we got back like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. We stayed an extra week or so after the show ended because we have family and we got friends there that we need to visit and see, and some other places we like to hang out. So we barely got back. No, we actually got back a week ago. It's been a week now. It's the 8th. We got back on the 1st. And dude, it's like I had to sleep it off for 3 days. But overall, it was fantastic. I love the trip. We're already thinking about what we're going to be doing next year and how we're going to be planning things and all that good stuff. So I'm excited. San Diego is always a good time. As far as I could tell, like San Diego is always going to be part of our part of our traveling plans for the year. And I'm also adding in Heroes Con into our normal every year kind of tour date thing. I kind of wish I'd started doing Heroes Con like 10 years ago. We should have been out there 10 or 15 years ago since the beginning. But I do appreciate you asking. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome, dude. I see Kevin says, she's got other piercings, but you will have to imagine where those are. Kevin says San Diego was hot. All right, I will say also that the temperature was way freaking hot, way hotter than what I remember San Diego being. So it's like it's something. This heat wave thing is happening everywhere. So if it's even affecting San Diego, then it's something that the scientists should be worried about, if nothing else. Kevin says they're going to bring portable neck fans. I saw people at the show with those little coolers. It's like you wear them around your neck, kind of like they're headphones, but they just hang around your neck and they just blow cold air and stuff. Might have to invest in some of those. Let's see. Metageek says Nira X as swing shift Cinderella. I would have to agree with that assessment. Yeah, she's definitely spicing up the Cinderella look. I was trying to remember. This is because we got her holding a couple of sparklers. Although, since you said Cinderella, now I can't take it out of my mind. Then maybe she's holding two of those dust mops. But she's holding a couple of sparklers. So I'm thinking this was like a 4th of July kind of drawing that we did. Let's see, we grab an eraser real quick. This is some of these loose lines. There we go. Making sure I'm not missing something that I should be inking. Okay, yeah, those are just good like that. Excellent. Alex says Heroes was great. Totally agree, dude. And I'm glad we got to hang out there too. It's like I'm glad you were there. But Heroes was so great that I actually felt like, wow, why haven't I been coming here for a long time already? Now, next year, we are going to be making the decision of making sure we list our table under our names. Jake gave me the best advice ever. Now, granted, all these years, we've always been listing our individual tables under our individual names so people can find us. But man, we listed ourselves under Entity Comics this time because Kat and I were sharing a table. So we just like, it'll be a good idea. We'll list it under Entity Comics. That's our studio brand. It's our imprint from back in the 90s. But a lot of people didn't know that I was there, so they would come to my table and they're just like, "Hey, we would have brought some books to sign if only we knew you were here." So I was like, I got the best advice from Jake ever, which was, "Tell them who the fuck you are." So thank you, Jake, for setting me straight. Always list my name. I've been around for a while, and for me to not list my name was silly. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing Heroes again. We're looking forward to doing Heroes every year. Hopefully, this is a regular thing. Let's see. Alex says it is apparently the last bastion of old school type comic conventions. I don't even really do cons, and I want to go to Heroes yearly. Awesome, dude. Well, I want to see you there every year too. So there you go. We're in agreement, and it's true. A lot of shows are not completely comic centric and original art centric like Heroes is. There's a lot of bringing in celebrities or voice actors, which is all great stuff. It's like I love that there's shows that bring all of that stuff in because it does make the show very interesting. But it is very, very cool to have a show that's really dedicated just to the comic book art itself. So it's like I'm glad that we have Heroes like still basically theming it out that way. So I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. Kevin says, "Ooh, Nira meets Red Riding Hood." Hey, Wolfie. Maurice says, "Oh, I finally watched Side Quest. Oh, cool, dude. Cool show, but loved all the Nira stuff and comments. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. Yeah, it was kind of like for a little bit of the show. It was fun for me because it's kind of like a Where's Waldo. I was trying to find where they would hide other Nira things in the background and stuff. So, but yeah, it was really really fun that they made her part of the show. I'm glad you got a chance to see it, dude." Mighty Geek says, "I was referring to an old cartoon. Sorry." Fine. Did I miss the reference? I mean, Swing Shift Cinderellas. I mean, that paints a picture in my mind. Let's see. Alex says, "Jake is awesome." Yes, he is. He and Rini are planning on returning to Heroes. Cool. Hopefully the Diaz bros, Rushbrook, Luke, etc. will be able to go again. Yeah, and I'm hoping we get a chance to hang out a little bit more next time too. I think that would be very, very cool. And I'm assuming, hopefully, maybe my placement in the show will be a little bit closer to where everybody else is also. Because I listed myself not as my name and not telling people who I was. I was kind of out in the boonies, like off to one side, like kind of far away from my peeps. So hopefully when we sign up for next time, the placement will be a little bit closer. We'll all be able to see each other a little bit more. Kevin says, "I knew what you meant, Mighty Geek." That's why I went, "Hey, Wolfie." He says, "Let's see, you had Red Hot Riding Hood and Swing Shift Cinderella singing the same song." Kevin says, "Here's the cartoon, isn't the internet one?" Oh, okay, good. Got the little link right there. Excellent. All right, let me put a couple more lines on Nira's Cinderella impression here. And then we're going to see how far we can get with some of the other pieces while we're here. I like it. Sometimes a line comes in like just smooth and easy, and sometimes it takes a lot of effort. It's like steady, boys. And then sometimes a line is just like, here I am. It's like, why can't you do that every time? All right, we're going to leave that there for a moment. Let's see, Keith says, "Don't you just love the cartoons from that era?" I love the cartoons from that era. Like, no apologies. There are some people that don't like him. I really love it. I love him. All right, we're going to set Courtney's piece aside for a little bit. Let's see, we've got two other pieces here. Let's work on Le Pub. And then we're going to work on the Redheads last for the evening. And this is Maurice's piece, right? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, this is Mo's piece right here. carving in this shadow area here. Yeah, let me get my other marker. I need to reload these markers. Reload my markers. That's my ode to George Michael's. I can add that sound into any song, and it still works. Just had to layer that up a little bit, make sure it looks good. Kevin says, I love the cartoons, but I learned early on that you can't fly with a sheet over your head. I think my favorite cartoons are like the old Tom and Jerry's, specifically the ones directed by, I think it was Fred Quimby. Those tend to be my favorites. I like the ones by Chuck Jones. They were funny, but Fred Quimby was like creme de la creme. Yeah, hopefully this week, I'm going to try and find some time, and I'm going to edit together some of the video that we took in San Diego, so that way you can see some of the unboxing stuff. I think that'll be really fun to watch. And I'll probably be posting some more pictures and things. I like to take a lot of pictures when we're on trips, so I'll share some of that stuff with you throughout the week. Yeah, nice little look on Nira's face. I see what Scribe's doing here. Scribe's always up to something. Let's see, Kevin says, replace any word in a song title with Nira X. I love Nira X. That's what I like to hear, man. Those are the words I like to hear. Let's see, Kevin says, those eras were when the animation was still like one-to-one full backgrounds. Yeah, the technique back then was nuts, dude. It's so cool. Let's see, Marie says, did you hear that the Disney's Gargoyles are likely coming back? Let's see, Brent Spiner let it slip on his podcast, a great cartoon 30 years ago. That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet. Do you know if it's coming back as like a single, like a one-shot film, or is it going to come back as like a series, like, you know, maybe like 8 or 10 episodes or something like that? That would be fun to watch. I remember Gargoyles. That was a fun cartoon. Scribe is just being, well, Scribe. He's very much himself. As Kevin says, Scribe is using his meta glasses to film what Nira normally wouldn't show. Oh, okay, as a cartoon series. Awesome. That would be dope. If it comes back as a series, like they might actually make some merch to go along with it. That would be fun. Yeah, Gargoyles had a cool aesthetic. I like the look of it, I like the tone. make sure Nira's happy with her haircut here. Can't make her mad, dude. I gotta treat her right. Gotta make sure she's happy with her hairdo, with her haircut. She'll talk to HR, it'd be a problem. So gotta make sure she's happy. There we go. Set that there for just a second. Let me see here. Kevin says, you mean come back? And then they show the original series in the correct order? Alex says, scribe-like, scholars say. That's the actual verb that they use to describe. Scribe. He is scribe-like. Marie says, I think you had done a Demona piece at one time. I did, yeah. I think I've drawn her a couple of times. I want to say like maybe 3 different times. I don't think I've drawn any of the other characters, like as far as like commissions and stuff, but I have drawn her a few times. 3 ringy dingy. Yeah, I know. I keep hearing the ringy dingies. I'll check the ringy dingies in a minute. I got too many buttons to press over here. I can't check all the ringy dingies. Let's see. Marie says Nero will be happy. I see a banana and brownie on the barrel. You know, it's true. It's true. It's like we cannot pass on to the next piece unless we have inked the artistically charged banana. So let's make sure the banana is properly taken care of. I love the fact that we've been hiding a banana in so many pieces. But you know what? We're making an artistic statement. Uno banana, please. Bananas for art. It's funny how some of the shading starts with just squiggly lines. Just little squiggles. They turn into code. Banana represent. There we go. Let's see, Kevin says, does that brownie have something green and organic in it? It could be a happy brownie. I'm not really sure. She is at Le Pub. And everybody is pretty chill at this Le Pub. So it's very possible. Who's to say? All right. I had to make sure that at least we got the banana in there. Got a nice little start on Nira's face. Let's see, let me grab another. There we go. I want this pen. Let's do a little tiny bit up here before we move on to the next piece. You know what? I think this pen's starting to dry out. Is this pen leading us? Another pen? Another pen dying a warrior's death. It's okay. He died for a good cause. Always the part of the drawing you don't want somebody bumping into the table. All right. Very good, very good. Kevin says ENX with bagpipes. Oh, you saw that. Yep. Finally, she's putting those lungs to good use, doing something other than yelling. But bagpipes are, but are bagpipes much better? That's a good question. Ah, the special brownie. Indeed. All right, LePub. We shall visit you again soon, my friend. All right, this will be our final piece before we wrap up for the evening. I call it a Saturday. We do have a couple of pieces that, if anybody came in late, we do have a couple of pieces of art for our typical little Saturday night auctions. I've got this Supergirl piece that's going to be going up for auction. And I also have this little Jean Grey Spider-Girl piece. And then also have this really cool Tomb Raider, kind of a sexy and an alligator mouth kind of piece. So those are the pieces that I'm going to be auctioning off tonight, just in our little thing at the end of the show. I got some other pieces that I might actually add in with them. We'll see. Let's see what we got going on. So this is Kevin's piece, right? This is Kevin's piece, yeah. Kind of the Redhead collection piece. We could say that Mary Jane is dressed up as Black Cat. I would go along with that. Let me see here. See, some person says, I have an idea, so you have a similar idea to Kat's post-it art, but different. Postage stamps. Make extra tiny drawings at an even greater cost. That's actually not. That's actually a pretty good idea. I might consider that. That'd be fun. It's just off center enough that I like it. Kevin says, that's Spider-Man on the wall. Shouldn't it be a Spider-Girl? Oh man, Spider-Man is like Like he's looking at her butt. In fact, she's probably gonna back into him, so he'll just die a happy death. As he Kevin says, you could say it because you made that note on the art already. Chris, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Awesome, awesome. Saying evening to the mice. Evening to you, my friend. Yeah, I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight, dude. Doing some sketching, doing some drawing. We just got back from San Diego Comic-Con. We just flew in, and boy, are my arms tired. Let's see, Marie says, wouldn't that be a special postage rate then? It'd be more expensive, for sure, 100%. There we go. We'll take care of this little entertaining piece of business right here first, since I got my brush pen out. Give the Phoenix Force a slightly different personality. Who knew that Jean Grey would be so relevant today? And I tried to get tickets to see Spider-Man, and all the seats are still taken. Which is, like I said, it's like I'm happy for Spider-Man. I'm glad that it's doing well. We needed to have a hit, a hit movie for Marvel. But hey, I'm trying to get a seat so I can watch a movie. I'm trying to see Spider-Man with my kid. But nope, not this weekend. I mean, granted, we were trying to see it at a cinema cafe because we wanted to goof off and talk during the movie and eat food. I don't know if I'm going to give in and just go see it at one of the larger theaters. So we shall see. We'll see what happens. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start with Black Cat's face over here. I like her face. She got a cool little look of surprise on her face. As Kevin says, Spider Mite. Going away is nothing but a fun thing. Let's see. Chris says, what the world is that like a pen brush thingy? Love it. Oh, you haven't seen these? These are great, dude. Yeah, it is. It's a Pentel makes these. It's just a disposable brush pen. So the back of it's filled up with ink. You just give it a good couple of squeezes. I was buying pens and brushes and things like that over the years that were a little bit more portable. You know what I mean? Because we do a lot of conventions and shows and stuff. So I can't really ink like with a regular brush and real ink because like I need a whole freaking kitchen sink to be with me so I can clean my brushes as I go and all that sort of stuff. So these are great. This was my compromise. And they put down a nice thick line. It's a brush. It's a synthetic brush, but gets the job done. I mean, it's not going to act as good as like a sable brush. But I love this thing. And it's convenient. And luckily, I do a lot of commissions where I do like hand coloring with markers, like Copic markers, and these synthetic brushes are fairly Copic safe for the most part. So that's another reason I like them too. It's always hard trying to find media that plays nice with each other. The bastards are always trying to fight. Trying to fight. Freaking Thunderdome out here, dude. Kevin says the Phoenix Force may learn a few interesting things from this gathering. Now she knows where Maddie has been disappearing to. Nate says, I think Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman will always do well, but Brand New Day really looks good. Yeah, it looks really good, and it's like it's not breaking records for a Spider-Man movie right now. It's like it's got the biggest opening of any film, like, or at least that's what help me out and help me look it up on the old Facebook or on the YouTube. I mean, that they're reporting that it was like the biggest opening period, like in film. So I'm just like, wow. So I kind of feel bad for James Gunn's Supergirl, because they're trying to blame, the poor opening of that movie on the fact that it's like, oh, it's like superhero fatigue. People are just getting tired of seeing superhero stuff. And it's like, it kind of doesn't hold water when another superhero movie comes out not even a month afterwards and it breaks every record in film. So it's not because it's superhero fatigue. It's, unfortunately, it just might be that they didn't connect, Not every film is going to connect. They probably should have taken a different tone or a different angle with it, something. But it's not the audience's fault, and they usually end up trying to blame the audience. Scared look on her face. She's like, what the hell? She's scared. I'm hanging upside down, sir. I would like an explanation as to why Bill always draws me like this. Why do I always have to be part of a thing like this? Let's see here. Nate says, no one really asked for Supergirl, though. That's true. They didn't ask for a Supergirl movie. Nobody was like chomping at the bit, like thinking that was going to be the next thing. They picked a series. They picked a story that was not necessarily like a super popular. I don't think that particular, the Woman of Tomorrow series or the series that it's based on. I don't think it was like a very it wasn't the story that blew everybody out of the water when it first came out, But then just the whole tone of it. I mean, it's like not every movie. I like Gunn's like Guardians of the Galaxy. I like his other films. but his sense of humor and his tone and stuff like that, it's not really. I don't know. It's not for Supergirl, and it does. I don't feel like it was for Superman either. Needed a different approach. Different approach. Nate says a new Wonder Woman would be better. Yeah, they should have started. I mean, if they're going to restart the whole thing, they should have started with the Trinity to begin with. It's like you do a Superman, you do a Batman, you do a Wonder Woman. You take your time. I don't know why they feel like they have to catch up to Marvel all the time. Just do it at your own pace. Like it's fine. But they're not going to listen to me. Let's see. Chris says, in my opinion, it's not superhero fatigue. It's James Gunn. He just got lucky with Guardians. He did. Yeah, I believe he did. And then DC made the mistake of giving him DC. Yeah. They gave him way too much power, too much control over the whole thing. And I think they're just trying to move too fast, Like they think Marvel's like way ahead of them. And if they don't catch up to them, like they're not going to make that money. And I'm just like, the money's always going to, like, it's not superhero fatigue. It's like saying there's Western fatigue or horror movie fatigue. It's like, it's just bad movie fatigue. And he did really get lucky with Guardians. I agree with that 100%. Like his personality and his sense of humor, it went along with Guardians like really well, That was a good match. But, giving him control over the whole thing, yeah, I think they bit off more than they can chew. They let him bite more than he could chew, that's for sure. So they're in disarray right now. I've been listening to a few different movie review sites, and it's like everybody is in PR panic mode right now. I see. Kevin says she's worried that the double-sided sticky tape won't hold. Let's see. Marie says for another great movie, Transformers, the animated one, came out 40 years ago today. Damn, never do the math. 40 years. Holy crap. I will give you a new body. Sorry, that's my best gonna give Galvatron a new body impression. Yeah, I love Transformers the movie. I would like them if they wanted to remake that. I mean, make it exactly the same. Like, don't even change the soundtrack. I mean, it's like make it exactly the same, just with like new animation processes or something like that. But I'm perfectly happy watching it just the way it is. I love that movie. Kevin says, "Oh yeah, that movie is back in theaters." I saw something about that. I didn't think. I didn't read into it about the movie actually getting back in theaters. That's really cool. I would love to see that in the theater again. You can experience the trauma all over again. It's like, what do you mean they died? What do you mean Optimus died? Serious business back then. Heroic nonsense. Yeah, that was the shit. Just gonna get a little direction on her on her hair here. She's like, damn it, Bill, I'm upside down. Again. I can't help it, man. Let's see, Kevin is posting. Okay, cool. Yeah. That is the AMC Theaters link for the 40th anniversary Transformers the movie. Yep, I'll look up. I'm going to look up those links after the show. That'll be cool. Definitely. Get her mask on her face. And we'll see how we've done so far. We'll see how the work of the evening has panned out. All right, so that's where we are now with Kevin's piece. Let's look at our bounty for the evening. All right, so we got the Redheads collection. We've got Le Pub. We've got what apparently is the 4th of July. And then, wow, man, it's like Chris Dehan's piece. We actually finished Chris Dehan's piece. Check it out. You know what? I'll celebrate one more time. I'll say, look, we finished one of the 4. Excellent. Let's see. Chris says, I like your background jams better than before. Thank you, sir. Yeah, they got a couple different choices on the little software here. I am going to look for some different ones, or I'm going to just take the time out and just record some stuff myself, just so that there's background. I try to pick some better background music from some websites that have license-free background music, and YouTube and Facebook, they still would nab me for copyright, whatever, you know? It's like, oh, like your video's muted in like 22 different countries, you know, because they're copyright infringement or something like that. So I'm just like, ugh. So I'll look around for some more music. I'm glad you like what's going on tonight. Christopher says all artwork looks fantastic, buddy. Thank you so much, dude. You're awesome, man. Paul says, this music reminds me of my first days on the stream. Yep. It was part of the lineup, right? All right. Well, before I put up the art auction stuff for tonight, because at midnight we always like to do a little bit of art auction. And since we're doing catch-up episodes, I'm picking out artwork that's already finished and that I have here in the studio that I can auction off. And let me see, let me put this up right here. This is for anybody who's watching us for the first time and kind of don't know maybe how the auction works. If you're not watching us on YouTube, I would encourage anybody who wants to bid or anything like that, I would really encourage you to watch us directly on the YouTube channel, not straight from Facebook, only because it doesn't sync up as quickly as if you were in the live chat on the YouTube channel. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure in the chat window you go up to the top where it says Top Chat, and you click on that, and then click on Live Chat, so that way everybody's synced up as best as we can. And I do a 10-second countdown at the end of we put up each piece for 5 minutes, and everybody can bid on the artwork in the chat. And at the end of those 5 minutes, I do a 10-second count. I type it into the actual chat. I leave the software, and I leave the broadcast, and I jump into the chat with everybody else, and I type in a 10-second countdown there. When I get to 3, I stop interrupting the countdown, and I just stop looking at it. So that way, whatever happens, happens. Oh, let me see here. Kevin says, where's the Near X AI theme song? That was one that RJ made for one of our live streams when we were promoting one of our Kickstarters. Yeah, that was RJ that made that one from Critical Blast. Yeah, I remember that song. I think he made 2 or 3 of them. They were funny. But okay, let me see which pieces I will put up first. These are the 3 pieces that are going to be going up. Okay. So I will, here we go. We're going to do them in this order. And I'll throw in, there's some little extra artwork and stuff that I'll put in with it just to kind of spice it up for tonight, since we've got some extra artwork going out tonight. Let me see, let me grab my pencil real quick. Let's see, this is going to be for the Jean Grey MJ. the Gene J, the M Gene. All right, this is for the MJ sketch. And you know what? To make this a little bit of a set, I'm going to put it together with some neat artwork. And then when I send you these, maybe I'll throw in like an extra sticker or something like that. So I'm going to put that up there. And Kevin says, she looks too cute, not all naughty like is normal. Paul says, MJ, that's my lover. Awesome, dude. But yeah, you guys can start bidding on that if you wish. It's 12 right now, so this is going to go till 12:05. And then we'll do a 10-second countdown. And then we'll do the other 2 pieces the same way. I'll throw in some little extra goodies here and there. Kevin getting the party started with a $1 bid. That's true. Yeah, thank you for reminding me about that. The only rule that we really have going forward while you're bidding is when you write down a number in the chat, make sure you write the word bid next to your number. That is what makes it all legit. That way I know it's a real bid and not just us talking. But wait, there's more. And there might be more. There might be some more. I might have some more things. I do have I think I have a surprise piece that I'm going to throw in. And I think you guys would like it. Thanks, Paul. PG-13 bid. Awesome. 13 in the house for Paul. Thanks, man. Kevin says, so is this what happens when you piss off other Beetlejuice? Head grow, not shrink. Christiane in the house. What's up, dude? Glad you're hanging with us tonight. I'm going to write down your bid. You got 12 monkeys bid. All right. Paul is currently the high hand in the house right now with 13. But I wrote down your 12 monkeys because I like that. So got 2.5 minutes left. Christy hand back with 16 fluid ounces monster bid. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. He knows what's up. Paul back in the house with hanger 18 bid. Thanks, dude. Kevin with a blackjack bid. Kevin with 21. Thanks, dude. Less than 1 minute left to go. Is that hanger or hunger? Both would work, but I think hanger is where we're at. Let's see, Paul in the house with 22 caliber bid. Thanks, dude. 22 caliber. I like it. Shot through the heart. No, I'm not going to sing the whole thing. All right, Paul with the high hand right now. I am leaving the chat. Well, I'm leaving the show. I'm going into the chat. It's 12:05. I'm going to start a 10-second countdown, starting with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We have one little interruption. Whoops, here we go. Kevin in the house with 24 inches bid. Thanks, dude. Chris Dehan back in the house with 26 bid. Thank you, my friend. Continuing the countdown now with 5. It is 4, 3. All right, no longer looking at the chat now. I am just going on autopilot. 2, 1. Marking it 000 to mark it as sold. And it is sold. Let me scroll up real quick, make sure that I'm not missing anything. Oh, Kevin, you're cool, dude. Chris Dehan in the house with 26. Thanks, man. Let me write that down for you. Right, please, everybody, congratulate Chris. That was a good little bit of bidding. That was good. You got a good deal on that. That's awesome, dude. This belongs to you, my friend. I'll make sure I put your name on the back of it. There we go. Make sure I keep that safe for you right there. Very, very cool. Kevin says, congrats. Awesome, awesome. Maurice says, congrats, Chris. Paul says, congrats to Chris. Awesome, awesome. Chris Dehan says, thanks. Christopher says, congrats. Very, very cool, guys. Chris is like, wasn't trying to monkey around. I just want my artwork. You're awesome, dude. All right, I'm going to set that down for you right over here. We'll keep that safe. All right, for the next piece, I have a surprise piece that I'm going to be putting with it. So we've got the Supergirl piece. And we haven't started to say, I'm just going to put down, I'm going to write down Super G. This is the surprise piece that we're going to be putting with it. And I do still need to finish inking it. But this is, and it's going to be used possibly for a cover. So this is a Thalia Cyber Demon piece. Her fighting off some freaking crazy zombie creatures and stuff like that, some undead creatures. And this was a piece that was planned out for a Thalia one-shot story. And I think it's going to be part of the regular Cyber Angel story moving forward. So this is definitely going to be like some type of cover piece once it gets all finished. It's Thalia the Cyber Demon, main character from our Cyber Angel story. We all know her. This was actually Chet's creation. This was Chet's character. And we're going to keep on honoring Chet by continuing her storyline in the Cyber Angel series. So he was our longtime friend, longtime supporter. He was our creative producer. So this is going to be starting at 12:10. So it's going to go till 12:15. This is going to be for the Supergirl and the Thalia cover art. Kevin says, I buy with my one eye a duo bid. Thank you, dude. Christy Hand back in the house with 4. Thank you, dude. He's got 4 local bid. Beating out 1 duo bid. I'll set this down like this. You can see a little bit better. Yeah, the Thalia piece is going to be dope. That's going to be a good, amazing piece. She's on her endless quest to kill all Cyber Angels. Nira being the first on her list. Paul in the house with 25. Thanks, Paul. Kevin's like, I see 5 boobs. Bid. I respect that. I'm going to write it down. And you were outbid. Paul currently the high hand in the house with 25. Yeah, this is going to be a legit cover piece, so it's not just an extra piece. Like some of these are just like my artistic pieces. Kevin says, does that mean she will off herself if she succeeds? No, she will not. When she tried to bond with the cyber skin, it rejected her. So she kept some of the attributes, but she herself is not a cyber angel. She's a cyber demon. So it added to her own powers, but she couldn't keep all of the cyber angel attributes that she was trying to keep. So she's forever angry with Nira because she couldn't do that. Like something was taken away from her. Christy Hand in the house with 28 seconds later bid. Thanks, dude. Kevin's like, 28 seconds. Is that all it takes? I will call you the Flash. Christy Hand with the high hand in the house right now. And we're going to spruce this up a little bit. We're going to have the Supergirl sketch, but we're also going to have this cool... We were talking about droids earlier. So we're going to put this R2-D2 sketch also in here. It's more like a tattoo design than a normal sketch, isn't it? Kevin says, Baskin Robbins flavorful bid. Thank you, dude. 31 flavors. Less than 3 minutes left to go. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, it's going to be really fun finishing up the Nira X Savage Valley Kickstarter this month. So looking forward to sharing that with you guys. It's going to be awesome. Christy Ann back with 35 years old fridge bid. Thanks, dude. I like some of these. These. You're thinking outside the box. I like it. Outside the fridge box. Less than 1 minute left to go. Yeah, this little music is like kind of chill, right? Yeah. Yeah, see? Whew. Almost time. Almost there. Kevin back in the house. Prime number 37 bid. Thanks, dude. Hell yeah. All right, it is 12:15. 37 is currently the high hand in the house. I'll be doing the 10-second countdown, jumping out and jumping into the chat with you guys, starting with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Got an interruption at 4. Christy Hand in the house with 40. Thank you, dude. Continuing now with 3. That means there's no turning back now. 2, 1. Marking at 000 to mark it as sold, and sold. All right, let me scroll up real quick, make sure, because I don't. Once I get to 3, I stop looking at the screen. Wow, it looks like Kevin with 42. Thanks, dude. Let me write that down real quick. Awesome. Very, very cool. And please, everybody, congratulate Kevin. That was some good bidding there at the end. Maurice says congrats to Kevin. Very, very cool. Christy Hen says congrats. Excellent. Kevin says thanks. I thought I would get sniped. Thought you were going to get that last second whoosh. Christopher saying congrats. Very, very cool. All right, I'm going to make sure I write your name on the back of this piece. Kevin says the meaning of life bid. That Thalia doesn't understand. All right, cool. Got your name on the back of this one. We're good to go. All right, for our last offering of the evening, this is our creme de la creme for tonight. This is the sexy Tomb Raider trapped in an alligator's mouth. Love it. Let me put Laura Croft, because she's in pain. All right, Laura's up for bid now. Let's see, it's 12:17, 29, 22. So it's going to go till 12:22. That was 5 minutes. The claw hand kind of reminds me of the Witchblade. Yeah, totally agree. Yep. Kevin in the house. Laura is a 36 double D bid. Thanks, dude. Kevin with 36. Agreed and agreed. All right, this bidding will end at 12:22, and then I'll do the 10-second countdown. So far, Kevin has 36 on Laura Croft. I love this tone paper to do drawings on. She looks good. I like squeezing her into the. Her chest is like being squeezed up into her face. I love it. Now, since we were talking about Transformers so much, we'll stay on theme. We're going to add this in. We're going to make this a little set. So we got Distraught Optimus and tasty Laura Croft. Dessert Croft. Kevin says, all I see is a greedy gator. I think that top needs to be torn. Yep, but that's me. If you win this piece, that top will be completely torn, my friend. It'll be so cool. In fact, anybody who wins this piece, you can request that the top be torn. A little bit more battle damage, Laura Croft. A little bit more exposed. Christy Hand in the house with 40. Thanks, dude. Kevin says, Bill is all about giving us headshots tonight. It's our welcome home show. I got less than 2 minutes left to go. Kevin says, well, it's torn, but it can be improved. Oh yeah. There'll be a little bit something that's a little bit more visible. She is battling alligators out in the wild, after all. All right, less than 1 minute left to go. Ends at 12:22. Christy Hand currently with the high hand at 40. Buy more pens, people. Is that the gator that ate Captain Hook? This is the one that's going to eat Laura Croft. I mean, maybe, perhaps. Not saying for sure. Or the one that bit off Chubb's hand. Oh, crap. Is that from Happy Gilmore? A big wooden hand. Because he had it bit off. Freaking alligator. All right, it is 12:22, my friends. Hopping out into the chat. You're saying, nah, she's going the Arnie route and making him luggage. Yeah, chances are she probably would. I'm assuming that she would take that route. All right, let's start with a little countdown here. We're going to start with 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1, and marking a 000 to mark it as sold, and it is sold. All right, let me scroll up, make sure what's going on. Oh, I see a couple things. We're kind of like spread out here. I see Kevin with 45. And then right after the sold, I see Christy Hand with 48, and then Kevin again with 51. So it looks like this is Kevin's for 45. Is this correct? Do you see Chris winning? Really? Okay, how many people see Chris winning and how many people see Kevin, Mystery Box, winning? Because I see Chris Dehan's for 48. And I see Kevin with 45. On mine, the 48 comes right after the sold. Hey, Kevin, did you see your 51 before the sold? Because I'm in the live chat and it says 000, then it says 48, then it says 51. So we'll take a little assessment to see what everybody else sees, and then we will decide who the winner is. Christopher Bouchard says Chris has 48 right before the 000 and Kevin 51 after the sold. So Chris won with 48. There we go. I'm getting some messages. Yep, Mo just sent me a picture where I see the 48 from Chris right before the sold. Thank you, Mo. And Kevin is sending me a picture of the 51 right before the sold. Wow. All right, so we need to make a decision between Kevin and Chris because I've got two different screenshots that say two different things. And obviously, we're not synced up as well as they're supposed to have us synced up. The close ones are exciting. I totally agree, dude. Yeah, I've got conflicting screenshots. Obviously, absolutely nobody is lying. This is just the screenshots that this is the way that you're seeing it. Let's see. Kevin says, but I have conceded he's a good man and the art goes to a good home. You're a good person, dude. Christopher Bouchard says, Chris and Kevin pick a number 1 through 10. Kevin has conceded Chris is the winner. Chris Dehan is the winner for this piece. Thank you, Kevin, for doing that. You're awesome, dude. Yeah, when it doesn't sync up just right, sometimes it's going to do that to us. So we're going to be stuck in the little back and forth until we kind of decide amongst ourselves. And it's nobody's fault. This is YouTube's fault, or this is the satellite's fault, or this is just them not syncing us up correctly. So Kevin has conceded. Please, everybody, congratulate Chris on winning that one for 48. Thank you, sir. I'm going to set this right here. I'm going to put your name on the back of this one, Chris. This will be part of the bounty of the evening. Ooh, let me put this back up here like this. See, I was getting screenshots from everybody. Thank you for doing that, guys. I'm glad we have such a cool group that we can actually just talk through it. When the thing glitches on us, we can actually talk through it. Thanks, guys. Chris says, congrats to Chris Dehan. Very, very cool. Paul says, we all number the right number choice would be 69, so the guess a number thing would never work. Congrats to Chris from Paul. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, some person, for sharing the Patreon page link and sharing those other links too. That always means a lot. Thank you so much, dude. Let's see here. Kevin says, I would have picked 69 if it was between 1 and 100. You know what? Next time we can do that. That's actually not a bad idea. I could write it down on a piece of paper. We'll pick a number 1 through 100, and we'll do it. We can do it that way next time. Thank you for conceding this time, though, Kevin. You made it easy for me on this end. Kevin says, but the right number would probably be 8008. Boob. Thank you, some person. Cool. Yeah, this would be the right number all the time, right? All right, let me turn off the old banner thing. We don't need that up there. All right, let me put up our bounty for the evening and see what we got. Got a lot of cool artwork for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me and for bidding on the art. That helps me buy more art supplies for next time we do some more stuff. And for supporting the Kickstarter. Thank you for sharing the link on the Kickstarter earlier too, Ken. That was important too. I need to put the link in the description of the video just so anybody who's new stopping by will be able to find it. I appreciate that, guys. Paul says, looking forward to seeing you next week at Superstar Anime. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to be at Superstar Anime here in Virginia Beach, Virginia next weekend. Cat Mouse and I are both going to be there, and we're going to be sitting there talking with Paul. Damn it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, dude. I'm looking forward to it a lot. And in the meantime, we're going to be I might post some videos like throughout the week and stuff like that, because we'll be working on Savage Valley pretty deep, for the time being, so that way we can make sure that book does not go behind schedule, keep everything moving smooth. Christopher says, and hit a like and awesome stream as always. Thank you so much for reminding people. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, please do like the video. I hope that you guys enjoy hanging out with me every Saturday. I know I look forward to it. It's great talking with everybody. It's great having some jokes, and it's a good time back and forth, and it's always fun having the auctions and stuff. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you, Maurice, for sharing the Kickstarter link. Super important. Please share with your friends and share on your social media and twist the arms of those you know to help us show that indie comic support. Paul says, don't let Kat forget my dragon art. That's right. You know what? I'll remind her. I'll definitely remind her. Excellent. Thank you for telling me, dude. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to grab a snack. This was fun. Next Saturday, it's up in the air. I don't know if I'm going to get home in time after Superstar Anime to do our normal show, but we might be able to. It's a local show. I might be able to get home in time. So I'm gonna do my best to be here. And until then, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your weekend. Have a good time. Be safe. All that good stuff. Stay in the air conditioning. So, holy crap, it's hot outside. All right, man. I'm going to go get a snack. You guys are awesome. I will talk to you guys soon. We'll see you again soon. All right, bye.
Good night, Seattle.